Welcome back. So we were discussing different habits which will help us in making ourselves, in developing ourselves. One of the most important habit that we have to cultivate is practice. When we choose any area or when we choose any skill, we have to practice it. You have to do it again and again, again and again. There is a world benchmark. It is said that when you practice something for 10,000 times, you achieve world class. To achieve world class, you have to do something, any particular thing, 10,000 times. Very difficult, isn't it? And there was one great artist by name Holman Hatt, and he was very good at freehand circle drawing. Without any instrument, he used to draw the circles, and his circles were always accurate geometrical figures. When one day, one gentleman asked him, "Mr. Hatt, can I draw circles like you?" So Mr. Hatt said, "Yes, why not? You can also do it." The person who asked the question was very curious now. He was also very happy. And then he asked out of curiosity, "I can draw it?" "Yes, you can. What do you have to do?" "What I will have to do for that?" So Holman told him, "You have to practice." And then he shared his own experience. "I have been practicing 7 hours per day for the last 14 years. So when Holman had practiced rigorously for 7 hours a day, 14 years, he could excel, he could accomplish, he could achieve, he could become the artist of that height. So this practice is very important. Sachin Tendulkar, in one of his interviews, says he practiced lot of practice, and that practicing because of this practice, it was internalized. And then once he said, actually my bat which I am holding in my hand is not something separate. The bat which I am holding in my hand is not something separate. The bat which I am holding in my hand, it is only the extension of my arm." So for him, the bat had become inseparable part of his body. When this bat became inseparable part of his body, he could become the god of cricket, not otherwise. Just imagine how much practice he must have put in. Now, besides practice, there is another important thing is experiment. Go on doing experiments. When you got something new, or when you want to do something, it will never happen without experiments. We all tell the stories of all great scientists who failed 100 times, but they did not give up. They kept on practicing. They kept on experimenting. So once you experiment, for example, if you want to become a speaker, if you want to become an orator, you have to experiment. You have to try various methods, different means, different things. Next is reward and punishment. Whenever you are doing something good, give a reward to yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to give you the reward. And whenever you commit some mistake, some blunder, you must also be ready to punish yourself. This punishment need not be very harsh and cruel punishment, but just to keep yourself on toes, to keep yourself on the track. If you develop the habit of punishing self, okay, I have not done this, so tonight I will not take my dinner. Finish. So this habit, such habits will be very much instrumental, very much helpful in shaping the personality. When we are, this is a journey of self-development is a journey. And in this journey, we also need some guides. We also need some icons. So, one who wants to develop himself, he can have some role models before him. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam could be the role model. Sometimes people say there are no role models in our country. It's not so. There are many role models. They are not in the limelight, that's all. They do not come in the public life. They try to keep themselves away from publicity. But they are role models. Even today there are many role models in our country. And role model need not be a very rich person, highly educated person. Any common man, any layman could be the role model. I don't know how many of you have heard the name of Dasharath Manjhi. Dasharath Manjhi was an ordinary man in Bihar. And he was living, his village was a small village. And to go to any other part from his village, those people had to cross the mountain. When Dasharath Manjhi, young man, he married, and one day his wife, when she was very young actually, she fell and she died on this road. That was the turning point in the life of Dasharath Manjhi. And Dasharath Manjhi decided, he made a resolution that he would cut the mountain and make a road. For next 40 years, Dasharath Manjhi alone, with a hammer and chisel in hand, some instruments, tools in hand, this Dasharath Manjhi, he spent his entire life in cutting the mountain. And after long struggle of 40 years, he was successful in carving out a road from his village to other towns or other places by cutting the mountain. And that's the reason why Dasharath Manjhi is also known as Mountain Man. Today in Bihar, there is a hospital which is named after Dasharath Manjhi. See, this one man single-handedly cutting the whole mountain and carving out a road out of it. This is a role model. This is a role model. The other day, Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister, in his Mann Ki Baat mentioned one ordinary man who is a shepherd actually. And this shepherd has dug or carved out 40 lakes, water resources. One man makes a resolution. He resolves to make the lakes, and then later on he started his journey alone, but later on many people joined him and he was successful in carving out, digging 40 water resources, 40 lakes. Is he not a role model for us? Definitely. Likewise, there are many role models. So we can have some role models before us. Then we must also have, it is advisable, I will not say must, it is advisable to have a mentor. Who is a mentor and what is the role of a mentor? He could be a person, he could be a family member, he could be your elder brother, he could be your teacher, or he could be any person whom you know, whom you trust, and who can help you, who will be considerate, who will be empathetic and sympathetic to you. Wherein you can meet this person, you can go and sit with this person and share your ideas, share your views, share your uh, moments of grief or moments of happiness. Such a person who would patiently and passionately listen to you. So this mentor, and nowadays in big companies, there is a concept of mentor. You have to decide your own mentor, choose your own mentor, and keep in touch with. Next, many times we prefer to live in a comfort zone. The person who wants to become something, he has to come out of the comfort zone. We are very comfortable. I have my house, I have my family, I have my parents, and particularly the people of Goa and young people of Goa are not ready to come out of the comfort zone. It has become a mentality or a psyche of the Goan young people. And they say, no, I will not be in a comfort zone if I go to, say, North India. If I get some post or if I get some job in somewhere in Bihar, many people are not ready to go there. Majority people of Goa are not ready to go out of Goa for various reasons. And one very common reason is rice and fish curry. They do not want to lose this privilege of rice and fish curry. So now, because of this fish curry and rice, if I am not ready to leave my place, leave my house, leave my state, that means we are not ready to go out of the comfort zone. Until and unless you are ready and prepared to come out of the comfort zone, leave the comfort zone and take some risk, you cannot make any achievement. You cannot make any achievement. So, whenever the time demands, whenever it is the need of the hour, be prepared to come out of the comfort zone. Then today, multitasking is a very important thing. Multitasking. What is multitasking? Let us take one example. Suppose I am driving a car. So when I am driving a car, I have to attend so many things at a time. I have to do so many things at a time. For example, I have to take care of the clutch, brake, gear, steering, mirror, accelerator. All these things at a time. I can't say no, now I shall concentrate only on accelerator and I will not look at it, I will not view in the mirror at all. No. That will lead to doom. So this is an example of multitasking. We have to be very good at multitasking. In many companies also, now the people, they prefer the people who are ready for multitasking. The person who is ready to do anything. The person who can do more than 2 or 3 things. The person who has acquired more than 2-3 skills. Such people are preferred. You cannot say that I am expert in this particular area and I don't know anything about anything. Others, you can't do that. You can't explain. About actually it is said about the teachers, but it is applicable to all. About teachers it is said, a teacher should know something about everything and everything about something. Teacher should know something about everything and everything about something. I will be specialist in one area, but I have some preliminary knowledge and information about other areas as well. I may not be expert in other areas. I am expert in one area, but I am not totally novice in other areas. I know something. I know ABCD of other areas. So this is multitasking. And today, for being employed, this multitasking is important. Today there is a complaint and people grumble and then people say they talk about unemployment. I don't agree with them. Actually, unemployment is not the problem. Unemployability is a problem. Try to understand the difference between unemployment and unemployability. Why the people are unemployed? Because they do not have employability. They do not have that set of skills which is required. And that's the reason why they are unemployed. So basic problem is not unemployment but unemployability. Thanks to this COVID, there are people in this during this COVID time, there are people who are trying to do the things which they never did in their life. They are compelled, they are forced to do the things which they never did in their life. This is a welcome step. This is a good start. This is a good sign. So this multitasking is important. Then next point is our mood matters. Happy mood. Happy mood. Because our mood is instrumental in shaping our personality. Sometimes mood makes the ecosystem and sometimes ecosystem makes the mood. There is impact of mood on our ecosystem and sometimes there is impact of ecosystem on the mood. So view, watch, witness, be a witness of your own mood. How is my mood today? And I have to keep myself in happy mood. There are two types of things that are going to happen in our life. Some are good things, sometimes there are bad things. Sometimes there are things or incidents which are welcome. Sometimes the things and incidents which we would not like. These things are bound to be there. There's a beautiful two lines of a Marathi poem. जीवन म्हणजे सुख दुःखाचा मजेदार झुला. झुला means that swing, झोपाळा. जीवन म्हणजे सुख दुःखाचा मजेदार झुला. So what is life? How is life? Life is not always full of trouble. Life is not always full of trouble. Life is not always full of worries. There will be sometimes worries in life, there will be sometimes troubles in life. But if you keep on worrying about the troubles get multiplied, troubles become double. But if you face these troubles squarely and boldly, the troubles can be destroyed like bubbles. So troubles could be double, troubles could be bubble. Now it is for you to decide how you are going to view or watch or look at these troubles. So जीवन म्हणजे सुख दुःखाचा मजेदार झुला. The swing is at this end once, very next moment that will go to the other end. So it goes on. जीवन म्हणजे सुख दुःखाचा मजेदार झुला. उदास होणे धर्म न माझा, जगणे ही तर श्रेष्ठ कला. I will not be disturbed, I will not be carried away. My mood, I will not disturb my mood because that something bad is happening in my life. Unwanted thing is happening. Okay, today it is something unwanted thing, unpleasant thing which is taking place in my life. But that unpleasant thing is not it is not permanent. It is temporary. Tomorrow something good will happen in my life. Some happy moment will come in my life. So maintaining this mood is important. So keep on smiling. Keep on smiling. Mahatma Gandhi said it very beautifully. You are not completely dressed unless you wear a smile. And when you have a smile on your face, that increases your face value also. So to increase your face value, you must smile. Then, as I said earlier about opportunities, be very conscious, be very vigilant, be very alert. And whenever looking around, you will find if you are alert, if you are vigilant, if you are on your toes, you will come across many opportunities every day. Opportunities come in different forms. Opportunities come in different guise. Sometimes they do not appear like an opportunity at all. So you have to identify the opportunity. Be ready for the opportunity. Opportunities are never lost. They are taken by others. Grab the opportunity. Pounce upon the opportunity. And exploit the opportunity. Use the opportunity. Then for our own development, we must also have proper diet. I'm not talking diet of the belly. I'm not talking about the diet of the body. Nutritional food, not only for the body. In Indian concept of personality, there are 5 aspects of personality, which we call Panchakoshiya Vyaktitva Vikas. 5 shells of the personality. Today people are giving more emphasis only on body, and which is called Annamaya Kosh. The body which could be seen. People are after decorating the body, feeding the body, providing so many things to the body, because they are over concerned about the body, Annamaya Kosh. That is important. Body also needs, that has to be maintained. Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. If I have to do something, to do anything, body is the medium. So body should not be weak. Body should be strong. Body should be healthy. No doubt about it. Otherwise, you are talking of great philosophy, and if your body is not responding, his body is weak. As in Marathi it is said, "Ton karta bata and kambar khati lata." Means you are talking of highly philosophical talk, but when it comes to execution, your body cannot execute the things. It is so fragile, so weak. Such body cannot be an instrument. It is a tool, it is an instrument, so it has to be very strong, it has to be healthy. So for that body we need some nutritious food. But we stop here. Nutritious food is also the need of mind. The next one is, actually next kosh is Panchakoshiya Vikas. The first is Annamaya Kosh, physical aspect or body. Next one is Pranamaya Kosh or energy level. You have the body, but if there is no energy level, you cannot do anything. It is not enough to have that body. There should also be very good energy level or vital power. And for this vitality also we need some food. The food of the body is different, and food of this pranamaya kosh is different. What is the food of body? Rice, roti, this is the food of the body. Fruits, this is the food of the body. But for the pranamaya kosh or vitality, what is required is very good level of oxygen. And for that, how we can get oxygen? How we can get enough oxygen? That is by doing exercise, by stretching, by pranayam, by yoga. So now this provides food for your pranamaya kosh. Then comes manomaya kosh, mind. As there is a food of body, food for our vitality, similarly there is also the food for mind. And what is the food for mind? Prayer is a food for mind. Music is a food for mind. Good literature is also, the motivational literature is also the food for mind. We are more interested in food for body. We are not interested in food for mind. So this food for mind, we have to take care of this food for mind and provide food for mind continuously. Then comes Vijnanamaya Kosh or intellectual aspect of our personality. Or intellectual aspect of our personality. Vijnanamaya Kosh, Buddhi. So development of this Buddhi is also important. Development this intellect is also important. And for the development of intellectual aspect of our personality, it is important. Newspaper reading, books reading, discussion, deliberation, participation, different types of intellectual programs. This is the food for intelligence or intellect. And lastly, there is Anandamaya Kosh. This is the fifth aspect of our personality, Anandamay Kosh. Food for soul. Now, when we are talking nutritious food, we are talking of nutritious food for body, vital energy, mind, intellect and soul. Nothing is less important. If we give attention towards all these aspects, then only there could be a balanced development of the personality. Otherwise, it is lopsided development of the personality. For example, suppose there is a toothache and my left cheek, there is some swelling this side because of the toothache, because of some problem of the gums. There is swelling. And if I keep on telling the people, see, my right side has become very strong now, what will you do? You will laugh at me. Why? You will say, you fool, this is not a sign of health, this is a sign of sickness. This is a swelling and not a sign of health. Because only one cheek, this side is swelling, this is not a sign of health. It is a sign of sickness. Similarly, if there is swelling in the body, growth of the body, and other aspects of the personality are totally ignored, neglected, aspects like body, mind, soul, these are not taken into consideration at all. Nothing is done for that. Only the entire focus is on body, food, and clothes and ornaments, everything is provided to the body, and other aspects of the personality are they remain unattended, neglected, ignored. Then the development of the personality cannot be said to be balanced development of the personality. It is one-sided, lopsided development of the personality. So when I am talking about my development of my body, development of my mind, development by intelligence, everything should be taken care of. Now we have seen about all this development, and this development cannot take place without my efforts. I have to strive very hard. Nobody else will do it for me. At the end, I remember one story. I would like to share one story. There was one seer, a sage, a sadhu, and he was staying away from staying away from the town, in a secluded place, all alone, in a small hut. Many people came to him for discussion, deliberations. Many people came to him for some advice. One day, one young man came to this seer or sadhu. It was evening time, and he had long discourse or discussion, deliberations with the sage, with the sadhu. After long discussion, the youth, he got up. He wanted to take leave. Now he was ready to go to his place. But he saw that it was all dark outside. So he requested the seer, he requested the sage, Maharaj, it is dark, and I have to walk through this darkness. So I shall be very much thankful to you if you give me a lamp which can show me the path. So sadhu went inside and he came out with a lamp. He handed over that lamp to this young man. They were standing on the threshold of this hut, small hut. The sadhu handed over the lighted lamp in the hands of this young man, and the moment the young man took that lamp in his hand, sadhu just blew that flame and extinguished the lamp. उसने वो दीप उसके हाथ में दिया और बुझा दिया. हातामध्ये दिवा दिला आणि दुसऱ्या क्षणाला त्याच्यावर फुंकर मारली, दिवा विझला. This was something surprising. The young man was surprised, he was perplexed, he did not know what was happening. So he asked Sadhu, Maharaj, I asked for the light, I asked for the lamp because it is dark outside. You gave me the lamp, but you blew the lamp, you extinguished the lamp, Diva Vizavla. What is this? Now how can I go in the darkness? And then the sadhu, the sage, he gave him answer. He gave him the answer. The answer which was given by that sadhu was not only for to this young man. The answer that was given by this sadhu is for each and every one of us. Sadhu looked at this young man who had this extinguished lamp in his hand, and Sadhu says, young man, my lamp cannot give you the light. My lamp cannot give you the light. You have to have your own lamp which will give you the light. And this is in our philosophy, Indian scriptures, this is called Atma Deepo Bhava. The lamp of others cannot give you the light. You can get the light from your own lamp. Friends, in this journey of self-development, nobody can give you the light from outside. The lamp is already with you. You have to light that lamp, and in the light of that lamp, you have to tread your path. You have to take up your journey, and you have to achieve your goal. Try your best. God will do the rest. Thank you very much.